Hey everyone, it is Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, and we are finished with pouring our our stem wall and our footer. So all went pretty well. For the first time, the footer was a long day. It was like 12 hours or so, and all of us were very tired. So we tried a little bit different tactic on Monday, 2 days ago, for pouring the stem wall on top of the footer. And that went much better, although it was a lot less concrete, but still we were a lot less tired, a lot less angry at each other. So anyway, so I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to show you guys what it all looks like now that the forms have been stripped off. For the most part, there's still a few pieces that are being belligerent, but it's okay. The forms that need to come off have been stripped, so that's good. So anyway, without further ado, I'll turn this around here. So let's see. Sorry, I got a low battery thing on my phone, so I'm just hoping that it didn't pause the recording there. But anyway, so I'm gonna walk around here and I'm gonna show you all. So as you can see, footer came out to these form boards, all the way down here, and then the stem wall got poured all the way up next to the basement wall there, which is level with the basement floor, as you can see. So this floor will just come right out here onto this wall, and then we'll pour our slab here in sections, and it'll be right up to the top of there too. So there'll be no transition. It'll just be come right in here like nobody ever knew. And so anyway, all our 2x6s have been stripped off here. And in case you're wondering, so what I did, I don't know if this is the right thing to do, but I just took my Sawzall and I went around and I cut all these wooden stakes. So they're not totally flush. There's a little bit of stub sticking up, but enough to pull the board out. So, and again, it'll all be covered with concrete, so not a big deal. I think the video that I showed the other day, all the kids and Ashley and I wrote our names in the concrete, which will be covered and nobody will ever see, but it was fun anyway. And the only thing that I really have left to do here, which I'm just going to save for another day, is I'm probably going to take my circular saw or Sawzall, circular saw on its, instead of cutting like this, I'll put it on its side and just set the depth of the thickness of this OSB and just cut it right off so it's equal or even with the top of the footer, so it doesn't stick out of the dirt like it is now. There's still a couple pieces of wood that I'll probably zap that were for the steps for the footer. And again, with this OSB, just cut it right off. And this is probably fine. It's pretty much level with the footer here. This board is going to be very difficult to pull. So again, I don't know if I'm going to even bother or if I'm just going to leave it. I'll just rot under the dirt. It's fine. Not going to hurt anything. Same thing with these last 2x6s that I ripped in half. They go all the way here. And the problem is, I didn't, it'll be easier to see out here so you guys can see it. So, same thing, what happened is since we poured the footer first, the footer came up and kind of surrounded the bottom edge of this 2x6 that I ripped. And so the bottom edge of it is stuck in the concrete, but also I can't pop it out because I got a little lazy here and I put stakes here, and then I went a while and then I put another stake. So I didn't put a stake here and I didn't screw all the 2x6s together. So I've got this ledge here because this board bowed out And so the concrete comes over the top because it bowed out and this board didn't, over the top of this 2x6. So it can't come up and it can't come out. So it's kind of in there, lodged in there. But again, not a huge deal. I may take my circular saw and again turn it sideways and run it as close as I can get to the footer there, and see if I can zap it in half or in a third, and then pull out the top sliver and then pull out the bottom one. But we'll see. It's a lot of work for just getting a board out. I'm not sure if I want to do that or not. And then same thing, these OSB form, well not these, but this OSB form board, I'll cut off the top of this guy and this guy as well. And same thing, these little stair step pieces I'll just cut off flush, and because they go all the way through, so I can't, I can't just pull them out. And then this board, this 2x4, same thing, it's just really in there. And we were getting sloppy over here at this corner because originally we had started here and gone around, and then by the time we got to here we realized, oh, this is already really, really hard. So we kind of changed our strategy. So there's a lot of spillage here, kind of holding in the board. And then the same thing for this board on this side. It's kind of lodged in here, as you can see. So this one is poking out all the way, but as it comes further up, it gets really lodged in the concrete. So that one may just leave there, because again, we'll pour the slab and it'll be covered. This one, I might try to pull out some of it, because the concrete will, over here, we'll pour a patio, and I want some of this stem wall showing so we can see any kind of termite action, just in case. But anyway, that's the final look there of everything. The J-bolts turned out really nice. The only other thing that I might do is, because I'm going to stand up this wall a little bit at a time, not all at once. So these J-bolts will be holding up like a section and then another section. So I may have to figure out some sort of strategy, because if a J-bolt's just holding, I just have one holding down a section, I may want a little more than that and put some more concrete screws through the bottom plate, but we'll see. So next step is to cut off all these joists all even, which I marked earlier on, about 2 weeks ago I did that. So we'll get those all even. We'll put the rim joist on the end, and then we'll build our walls all the way around, and then we can pull down these posts and we'll be all good in here. So that'll be awesome. And yeah, I think that's it for today. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.